We all think of grapefruit as like the ultimate healthy breakfast food, right? It's got vitamins, it's low-cal, perfect. But what if I told you that this super healthy fruit is hiding a pretty serious secret? A secret that could actually mess with some of the most common medications out there, the kind millions of people take every single day.
So yeah, we're going to dive right into this, because this is not just some tiny little detail on a label. We're talking about a major warning that you'll find on tons of prescription drugs. The big question is, how? How does a perfectly healthy fruit suddenly become a potential danger when it gets inside our bodies?
And this is where things get kinda wild. It's this huge paradox, right? You're doing everything right. You're taking your meds like you're supposed to, you're eating healthy, and yet, in this one specific case, those two good things can clash, and I mean really clash.
And look, this isn't some super rare thing that happens to one person in a million. Nope, we're talking about over 85 common medications. Think about it. Drugs for high cholesterol, high blood pressure, even meds for anxiety. The sheer number of drugs involved is exactly why you see those little warning stickers everywhere.
Okay, so how does this even work? I mean, how can a piece of fruit have such a massive impact? Well, it all boils down to this sort of chemical battle that's happening right inside your body.
All right, deep inside your liver and your small intestine, you've got this team of proteins. They're called cytochrome P450 enzymes, but let's just call them CYPs. The easiest way to think of them is like your body's personal cleanup crew. When you take a medication, it's their job to get in there, break it down, and process it, making sure you get just the right amount.
And now, let's meet the troublemaker. Grapefruit and some of its citrus cousins like pomelos and Seville oranges have these natural chemicals in them. They're called furanocoumarins, and these little guys, they basically have one job, to mess with your body's cleanup crew.
So here's what happens. It's like a chain reaction. Step 1, you take your pill. Step 2, your cleanup crew, those CYP enzymes, they get right to work. But then, here comes step 3. The chemicals from the grapefruit you ate swoop in and basically handcuff the cleanup crew. They block them. And the result? The medication doesn't get broken down like it's supposed to, so it just builds up in your blood. And that's where things can get really dangerous.
Okay, so what are the actual drugs we need to worry about? This isn't just theory, right? This affects some of the most common prescriptions out there. So let's get into the nitty-gritty.
First up, cholesterol meds, statins. This is a big one. You've probably heard of Lipitor or Zocor. Yep, they're on the list. But here's the good news. There are other options, like Crestor or Pravachol, that are totally fine. They don't have this problem. And that is the kind of thing you absolutely want to talk to your doctor about.
It's pretty much the same deal with a lot of blood pressure medications. Now, most of them are okay, but there are a few key ones, like Nifedipine and Losartan, where you have to be super careful. Why? Because the interaction can make your blood pressure drop way too low, way too fast.
And honestly, the list just keeps going. It covers so many different things. We're talking about essential heart rhythm meds, some mood stabilizers and anti-anxiety drugs you'd recognize like Valium, major blood thinners like Eliquis and Xarelto, even common painkillers and ED meds. It's wild how many different areas this one fruit can affect.
Okay, so we've talked about what happens and how it happens. But now for the most important part. Why does this matter so much? What are the actual, real-world dangers when those medication levels get too high?
I want you to just think about this number for a second. 260%. That's a huge increase. So what on earth could go up by that much?
Well, that number comes from a study looking at statins. Get this, just one glass of grapefruit juice can boost the amount of the drug in your blood by 260%. Let that sink in. That's not doubling your dose, it's almost tripling it. And you wouldn't even know it was happening.
So what happens when you accidentally triple your statin dose? It can lead to this really serious condition called rhabdomyolysis. And trust me, it's as scary as it sounds. It's where your muscle tissue actually starts to break down. It causes incredible pain and can even lead to permanent kidney damage, or worse, kidney failure.
And with the blood pressure meds, the danger is basically too much of a good thing. The whole point of the drug is to lower your blood pressure, right? But to do it safely, under control. When you add grapefruit, it's like putting the drug on steroids. It becomes way too strong, and your blood pressure can just plummet, which can make you dizzy or even faint.
Okay, I know this all sounds really scary, but here's the good news. This is 100% manageable. The fix is actually pretty simple. It just comes down to knowing about it and talking about it.
So there are 3 really important things to burn into your memory. Number 1, a little goes a long way. Just one glass of juice is enough to cause a problem.
Number 2, this isn't a quick thing. The effect lasts for up to 3 days. So you can't just have grapefruit in the morning and your pill at night. It doesn't work. And number 3, this isn't a small side effect. For some of these drugs, the consequences are incredibly serious.
So how do you stay safe? It's actually really simple. You've got 2 main choices. Option 1, if you're on one of these drugs, just avoid grapefruit altogether. Simple as that. Option 2, talk to your doctor. Like we saw earlier, there are often fantastic alternatives that don't have this problem at all.
So we'll leave you with this idea to chew on. The whole grapefruit situation is just this powerful reminder, isn't it? That everything we eat and drink, even the super healthy stuff, can have a huge effect on our medications. It really makes you think, if one little fruit can do all this, what else might be hiding in our diet that could be affecting our health?